Don's View. So, you know, for a long time, everybody's been saying that, you know, hip hop is dead. Oh, hip hop beefs are not the same. I definitely have to say it's really cool to see, you know, some OGs like T.I. and 50 Cent beefing and at least keeping that hip hop energy alive, and the whole beef thing, keeping it alive as far as it stays in the music and doesn't go into the streets. But it's a very interesting thing to see, you know, especially T.I. standing up to the big bad wolf, also known as 50 Cent, and getting his kids involved. I'm like, yo, that's really dope. I think it brings more attention to King and T.I.'s other son to their music catalog. You know what I'm saying? Like them dropping these diss songs and, you know, supporting their father, supporting their family, and, you know, going after 50. And you know, of course 50 retaliates with the whole Power. This is his new theme song for Power, the next chapter, I guess, in his TV show. And he got Leon Thomas on it, which is pretty cool. The song sounds really dope. And I see people's comments in different videos. You know, now a number of people are like, oh, you know, 50, he got one over on them because he put it as the theme song to his own show, and it's always gonna play, and people are always gonna hear that song in comparison to T.I.'s sons, and T.I., people not gonna hear those songs no more. I'm like, I don't know, I beg to differ, because remember, TV's a little different these days, and some of these shows, I think they're doing good, they're doing okay, but it's just kind of not the way it used to be with TV. And with this new chapter of Power with 50, I don't know how well it's doing, if it's still doing great like it was before, but it might not be doing as great as it did before. I'm just throwing that out there. Sometimes when they continue on with certain shows and series, after it's reached its hot, you know, that hot spot of that show's life, afterwards things kind of change. That's just my opinion on that. But I do think 50's verse was pretty dope. It was good to hear 50, you know, drop something, and that song is pretty hot. I will say with this whole back and forth, what I thought that was, as far as with King, what I thought was what King did by doing the t-shirts and having 50's mom on it, and I think Rick Ross even bought a shirt. You know, a number of people was talking about buying shirts, and I'm just like, I think that was pushing it a little too much, because I think we need to kind of respect the dead. And, you know, 50's mom putting her face up like that, and, you know, she has nothing to do with this, okay? I think it's...
Please like this video if you enjoy this content, and subscribe if you haven't already.